Hey! Holy crapple. I don't know why that took so damn long, but what's going on with this stupid app? But here we are. We are here. You are here. Everybody's here. Uh-oh. What's going on with the chat? Doesn't matter. Who cares? We're not here for the chat. We're here for the cards. We're here for the rip. We're here for this. Right here. Right now. What is this over here? Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this setup for very long because it's giving me all kinds of hell every time I try to come on here. But this was a gibby from where I won this, so check this out. I got in on a break and they were adamant on somebody hitting a collector booster pack, but little did we know they actually were giving away whole boxes of play booster packs. And I was doing some research and come to find out there's box toppers on here with big fucking hits in it. And I scored this box. I got one spot for $26 and I hit this box. I don't know what some of you were thinking. It's like, man, you could resell that for like $200. I could, but here's what I did. I did some research, and there's some big fucking cards in here going for like 50 and $60 a smack, right? So I'm thinking, if I hit one or even two of those cards, you know, I could well make my money back plus some, and put that towards another box or some other cool shit. You know, I mean, who knows? But I'm thinking, where am I going to get a chance to rip a whole box of the Hobbit play boosters for 26 bucks? I'm not. Even with the small hits I'll get out of here, I can make that 26 bucks back. You know what I'm saying? Besides, I want to rip it. But first, let's do this. What rare will you rip? So there's a rare card in here, and apparently you can get some really good hits out of this. But then again, it does say $5, so, you know. That's like putting $5 in a slot machine here in Vegas and, you know, expecting, you know, wanting to hit $1,000. Sure, it could happen. But the chances? Not likely. Alright, here we go. Ciao, Jalira Master Polymorphous. This is from 2015. Legendary creature, human wizard, island, and 3 colorless. She's a 2/2 human wizard. Spend 2 colorless and 1 mana and tap her. You can sacrifice another creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That means you gotta shuffle that shit, man. Alright. Not sure that's a banger, but it's I'm sure it'll help in certain decks. Surely. Where's me Kniff? That didn't work out quite how it. Alright, nice and easy now. Nice and easy. Like a surgeon performing heart surgery. Oh, we're a little tight there. Oh, easy. We don't want no collateral damage to the surrounding aortal wall or ventricular valves. Okay. We want to keep the blood nice and flowing. Okay. We want to make sure there's sufficient flow. We don't want to see any clotting, any coagulation where there shouldn't be. That's why there's constant suckage. Okay. You gotta take care of the patient while you're operating. You know what I'm saying? Can't be lackadaisical. It's not how this works. Oh, oh. Now, does it come in its own foil pack or is it exposed? Oh, it's got its own pack. What do you think? You think box topper first? There she goes. There she goes. And then you take this and you fold it and you pop it up just like that. And blam! Look at this beautiful goodness. Box topper. Showstopper. Box topper. Oh, look at that. It's even mounted. Oh, I love it when they do that so you risk bending the shit out of the card that's in your... Oh, look at that. It came off pretty easy. Yeah. Maybe they've learned from past. Sealed product, not for resale. Don't! Magic the Gathering, the Hobbit draft archetypes. Okay. Humans, goblins, wolves, dwarves, elves. Oh, look at that. Hello, my name is Secret Lair. Not Slim Shady. Meh, meh, meh. Just me or does Peter Griffin sound like a sheep when he laughs? Meh, meh. Hey, shut up, Meg. Alright, we'll save the box topper, yeah? Cherry on top. Should I put him in, like, art pack form? Oh, hey. There's my phone. Let's see if Google knows. Okay, Google. Oh, Google doesn't like me. Okay, Google. Are there guaranteed hits in Magic the Gathering, the Hobbit Play Booster boxes?
Yes, every sealed Magic the Gathering. The Hobbit Play Booster box includes one guaranteed box topper containing a traditional foil classic artist card, one of 40 possible designs. Beyond the box topper, individual packs inside the box do not have guaranteed specific hits due to randomization. However, each Play Booster pack guarantees at least one rare or mythic rare card, plus a chance for extra rare wild cards or foils.
At least one rare or mythic rare. Okay, well, see, there you go. Now go fuck yourself. So the only guarantee you got is that you get a box topper. So if you open a box and ain't got a box topper, man, you better, there's some sus going on right there, okay? And the only other guarantee is that you're guaranteed in every pack a rare or mythic rare. That's it. Oh, that and a guaranteed foil in the Play Booster packs. But that does not guarantee your rare or your mythic rare is going to be a foil. You're just guaranteed a foil. Also, doing my research, I found that there are what are called book cover variants. They're very rare. I guess they're like slightly more than 1% or around 1% hit ratio. There's also what I believe the showcase is called Dragon Scale Border. And some of those go for a pretty penny. So, let's get a hot box. Yeah, let's smack all the ones. Let's see, what did I see? Thorin the King. There's the One Ring. Sauron has made an appearance. And Smog. Smog is in this. Schmag. Schmag. Shmee. And there was one other one that was a top 3. But basically, even your foil regular rare Smog is going for like $40. You know what I'm saying? So you smack a Smog and you're smacking some bucks. You're smacking some schmeckle. Alright, so our first pack is going to be, what is that? Is that a bugbear? And a dwarf? I don't think that's a bugbear. I think that's just a bear. There's a bear. bear. I can't bear it. Scissors. 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 Commercial. Ooh. Let's make sure the cards are shifted. I'm so happy to be ripping this. So I'll do what I normally do. I'll read for the commons, I'll read the name and the type it is, and if it's got, if it's a creature, the toughness and stuff like that. But I generally only read the uncommons and your mythics and your foils. Unless something really strikes my fancy, like, whoa, that's interesting. Then I might, peruse. I mean, these fucking videos are long enough as is. Alright, here we go. Look at this. Starting it off with a Ravening Warg. Of course, they'd have to be a wolf. See, I hate when wolves are portrayed villainous. But, what are you going to do? Ravening Warg is a swamp and a one colorless 2/2 creature wolf. Vow to Erebor is 1 plains, 1 colorless, and it's an instant. Plunder the Trollshaws is 1 island, 1 colorless, also an instant. Everybody can see? We're all good? Alright. Quarrel, of course. It's 1 forest, 1 colorless, also an instant. That's 3 instants in a row. Just so you know. Guys, in case you guys didn't keep count. Owen the Brave. Here, let me try and... No, they're not. There we go. Okay. Is 1 mountain, 1 colorless, a 1/3 dwarf warrior. He is a legendary creature. I do like the artwork on these. These are pretty cool. You got Elven King's Harper. Is 1 island, 1 colorless, creature elf bard 2/2. You got Stir Up Trouble. Is 1 swamp, sorcery. Well, still common. We got Nori, Teller of Tales. Is either a mountain or a plain, plus 1 colorless. Legendary creature, dwarf bard, 2/2. Aye, there's our first uncommon. Alright, here we go. We got Misty Mountains Raider. Is 1 mountain, 4 colorless, creature, goblin, soldier. It's 4/4. Whenever you attack, amass goblins 2. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on any army you control. It's also a goblin. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black goblin army creature token first. The wargs and the goblins often helped one another in wicked deeds. I almost said deads. Deads? You like deads? Movie reference. If you know, you know. Troll Negotiations is 2 forests, 2 colorless, sorcery. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creatures you control. Then it fights target creature and opponent controls. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Suddenly they were fighting like dogs and calling one another all sorts of perfectly true and applicable names in very loud voices. You remember that scene? That scene before the sun came over and turned them all to stone? The fuck was that? If any of you read The Hobbit, you know, you know. Elven Raft Steerer is 1 island, 2 colorless, creature elf pilot, 3/2, has landfall, which is whenever a land you control enters, choose 1. Tap target creature and opponent controls, untap target creature you control. Float beyond the world of trees, out into the whispering breeze. Aww. Poetic. Ooh, we got a first rare. First rare. First rare. First rare. Here we go. What do we got? It's a red. Oh, dude. It's the Desolation of Smog. Ah. Desolation of Smog is 2 mountain, 2 colorless sorcery. Desolation of Smog deals 3 damage to each non-dragon creature. Add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. At the twanging of the bows and the shrilling of the trumpets, the dragon's wrath blazed to its height, till he was blind and mad with it. That's awesome. Here's our foil. Oh, Troll Negotiations. It's a common foil, uncommon foil. Alright. We'll take it. And another foil. Oh! Yeah! It's like lightning! Everybody was frightening! And the music was soothing! And they all started grooving! Yeah, yeah, yeah! And a token. Goblin army. Hey, there you go. You can put that down when you start your goblin token army. Dude, how about that? Look at that. Oh, sorry. That's cool. We like that. We'll put that over there for now. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. In Magic the Gathering, The Hobbit, how much is the Desolation of Smog going for?
Standard copies of Desolation of Smog sell for around 60 cents to
Okay, so it's not that good of a... value-wise. However, put that in a deck, a dragon deck. I know a buddy of mine who just built a dragon deck. I should tell him about that card. Matter of fact, when I get done with this, I'm gonna send him a picture of that, and he'll be like, "Dude, I need that card." All right, I believe we've got Bilbo and Gandalf on the pack. You know what? We're gonna save this one. I'm sorry. Gandalf is my favorite character from Lord of the Rings. He is. So all the Gandalf packs we will save for the last packs. Whoops. I know, guys. But you know what? Fuck off. Just playing. That's not Legolas. Who is that? Is that the, fuck, what was the Elf King's name? I want to say Roland, because that's the guy from the Dark Tower. But I believe it started with a R. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. Don't make me be wrong. Please, Daddy. I'll be a good boy. Tiny Tim didn't mean to be a cripple. Tell Daddy not to beat me anymore. Alright, here we go. Enough with the jokes. Back to the cards. That's what we're here for. We got Lakeshore Apothecary is 1 island, 1 colorless. Creature, human, cleric, 1/2. You got a Moment of Glory. It's 1 plane, and it's a sorcery. You can always pause the video if you want to read it. Oh, now that'll give some people some nightmares. Addercop is 1 forest, 1 colorless, creature, spider, 2/1. It does have reach and death touch, man, so back the fuck off. Smog the Great Calamity. 2 mountains, 5 colorless, legendary creature dragon, 5/5, a common dragon. Okay. Okay. Spew Flame. That costs 4 colorless and 1 mountain. Sorcery Adventure. Spew Flame deals 5 damage to target creature. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. Has flying. My armor is like 10-fold shields. My teeth are swords. My wings are hurricane. My breath, death. Smog. Gollum. Gollum. Silent Slinker. 1 swampy, 3 colorless. Is a legendary creature, halfling horror. 4/3. That's 4/3? Really? He's 1 strength away from a dragon? Get the fuck out of here. A 2 maybe, but a 4? Come on. Meager Meal. Sorcery Adventure. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Target creature gains 2 life. No, target player gains 2 life. Then exile this card. You may cast the creature later from exile. Not quite sure what this book thing here is. Maybe if you cast this as the Meager Meal, you get this. And then you can cast the creature later. Otherwise, if you cast it with this is what you got. Menace. Can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. I don't know. That's the gist I'm getting. Mirkwood Meditator is 1 island, 2 colorless, creature elf druid, 2/4. Well-worn spatula, 1 colorless, artifact equipment. Hey, a well-worn spatula is one of the prime tools for a Hobbit tum-tum. We got Thorin's Last Stand. 2 plains, 2 colorless. Instant. First uncommon is Bofur, Reliable Guardian. 1 plain, legendary creature, Dwarf Scout. Has lifelink. Bofur and Bomar. Bofur and Bomber were left behind to guard the ponies and such stores as they had. Or you can cast this as Concerted Care, which is 1 colorless, 1 plains, and it's an instant adventure. Target artifact or creature you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Oh, look at that. Here, can we pack this up? Okay, where is that? Is that better? Actually, yeah, it is a little bit better. No more fucking glare off the card. Bilbo Lurkwearer. Legendary creature, halfling rogue. Bilbo can't be blocked. Oh, he's a 1/1. Whenever Bilbo deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Burglar's Plot is 1 swamp or 1 island, 4 colorless, sorcery, adventure. Exchange control of 2 target non-land permanents that share a card type. So maybe while you have an adventure active, you can do that. Oh, we got my boy, Gandalf Sparkstarter. Legendary creature, 2 mountains, 4 colorless, legendary creature, avatar wizard. He's got reach. When Gandalf enters, he deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. And he is a 4/3. See? And Gollum is the same? No fucking way. Gandalf would hand Gollum his ass. 1 fireball. Toast. Fucking toast. If it take that much. Gandalf thought of most things, and though he could not do everything, he could do a great deal for friends in a tight corner. Alright, here we go. It's not a creature. Oh, but there's a lot of text. The Eagles are coming. 1 plain, 1 colorless, and it's an instant. Kicker. You may pay an additional 2 plains, 2 colorless as you cast this spell. Choose target creature you own. If this spell was kicked, instead choose any number of target creatures you own. Return each chosen creature to your hand. At the beginning of the next upkeep, create a 4/4 white bird soldier creature token with flying for each creature returned to your hand this way. Ooh, so if you've got a bunch of 1/1 sap-rolling tokens, and you bring this bitch out and pay the kicker, so basically you'd be paying 3 plains and 3 colorless, and you'd be turning all those 1/1 sap-rolling tokens into 4/4 white bird soldier creatures with flying. So if you're milling a bunch of sap-rolling tokens and you pop this bad bitch out and say you've got 15 1/1 sap-rolling tokens, you now have 15 4/4 with that bird soldiers with flying. Just saying. That's a hell of a fucking card depending on the deck you got. Oh, we got a foil. We got a foil rare. We got a foil rare. And it is a creature. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Cantankerous Keepers. Alright. Alright. Here, we'll put these rares here, and then we'll put the foil rares. God damn it, Bobby. So we got Cantankerous Keepers. It's a forest and 5 colorless creature elf soldier 4/3. Excuse me. Affinity for elves. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each elf you control. When this creature enters, mill 4 cards. Then put all elf cards from among them into your hand. The guards were decidedly less than pleased upon waking to find their prisoners escaped. Well, no fucking shit. Who would be happy about that? Nobody. Goddamn genius. You know, sometimes people don't think when they make the texts on these. Alright. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Another foil land. Boom! Ah, it's a regular swamp. But it's a foil. What does that say? The wind went on from west to east. All movement in the forest ceased. But shrill and harsh across the marsh, its whistling voices were released. Huh. Nice. And a token! Treasure! Treasure! Bugbear. Damn. There's a Gandy pack. Gandy pack. You can blame it all on me. Another Gandy pack. Berry pack. Berry pack. Elf King pack. Elf King pack. Elf King pack. Candy pack. Bear pack. Candy pack. Elf King. Bear Pack. Candy Pack. Elf King. Bear Pack. Buggy Bear. It's blue. Oh, it's blue. Blue Pack. Candy Pack. Blue Pack. Elf King Pack. Candy Pack. Blue Pack. Elf King Pack. And a motherfucking Candy Pack! And the box. She's a 10! Alright. Candy Packs are last. Don't care what you say. Need a drink? The only reason why I don't do this before I start is because I like to show that these packs are not fucked with before I start. And unfortunately, I'm a one-man show. And I'm kind of in the Gen X era, you know, born in late 70s. So I'm not all that savvy on cutting videos and, you know, all that shit. But hey, I got it started. It's good to go. Cool part is, you guys can always fast forward through this shit, you know? I mean, unless you like hearing my banter. I doubt that very highly. Nobody likes listening to the long hair. No, just rip the packs and shut up, fucker. Says everybody. But then, you're just left with stupid silence, you know? Nobody wants stupid silence. Sometimes silence is golden, but not when you're watching videos, you know? Unless you got some music in the background. I could. I'm a little late for that, you know? So, it is what it is. Oh, come on, Blue. Get all the fucking cards back in the pack, you jackass. Are you too good for your home? Answer me! Suck my white ass ball. Candy packs are last. Wow. That one's... Alright, chill out, man. Jesus Christ. Feels a little stiff. Calm down, man. Get some glue in that motherfucker or something. I don't know what they did there. It's weird. Hey, yo, fuck your mother. What? What? That's what we say where I come from. Yeah, no, don't say that. Yeah, alright. Well, fuck your sister, too. Hey, you know what? Come here. I got something for you. Yeah, what do you got? Yeah. Maybe next time when you wake up, you won't be saying that shit. Alright. Dum. Come on, we want to see some. We want to see some smog. We want to see some dragon scale border. We want to see some book cover. We want to see a book cover hit. I don't care which book cover. Just give us a book cover. Ibuka Bear. Alright. We're going to put Gandalf to the side. Thank you, Gandalf. We're going to go Blue, Elf King. Blue, Elf King. That's how it's working. That's how it's working. Ba-ba-ba-loo. Come on. We need better hits than this. We need better hits than this. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Now we need to focus. Everybody focus. We're focused? Alright. Goblin Town Flunkies is 1 mountain, 1 colorless. Creature, goblin, soldier, 1/1. Of course it's a 1/1. It's fucking goblin. Stony Voiced Goblins. 1 swamp, 1 island. Creature, goblin, bard, 1/1. Who's surprised? Oh, we got adventure. Bilbo Baggins Burglar. 1 island, 2 colorless. Legendary creature, halfling rogue, 2/1. Sorry guys, it's a common. We gotta go. Lake Town Lookout. 1 plains. Creature, human scout, 1/1. Guardian of the Halls. 1 forest, 1 colorless. Creature, elf soldier, 2/2. Has trample and other stuff. Ragged Short Spear. 1 mountain, 1 colorless. Artifact equipment. Okay. Gundabad Opportunist is 1 mountain, 1 colorless, or 3 colorless. Creature, goblin, rogue, 4/2. Damn. Thorin's Last Stand. Saw that one. Oh, first uncommon. Sylvan Reveler. Why does that look different? Oh, because it's a multicolor. 1 island, 1 forest, 2 colorless. Creature, elf, citizen, 3/2. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a land card this way, put it from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may pay 1 colorless, 1 forest, 1 island. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Bothersome Noisemaker. 1 mountain, 1 colorless. Creature, goblin, bard, 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, amass goblins 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on any army you control. Ah. It's also a goblin. The goblins began to sing, or croak, keeping time with the flap of their flat feet on the stone. Gross. Nothing worse than flappity, fat goblin feet. Large Bear is either 2 swamp or 2 forest or a combination of the both +3 colorless. Is a creature bear. 5/5. Has reach, trample, and haste. Reach means it can block and attack flying. Trample means anything left over after after destroying a creature goes to the creature's controller, and haste means it attacks first. I followed these bear tracks as far as the Karak. There they disappeared into the river, but the water was too deep and strong beyond the rock for me to cross. Strong ass bear, 5/5. Oh. We got our first rarity. Activate only as a sorcery. Pow! The Lonely Mountain. Land. Mountain. Tap it to add a mountain. This land enters tapped unless you control an equipment. Pay 4 and a mountain plus tap. Create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each equipment you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. Alright. Our foil is a common, Elven King's Harper. 1 island, 1 colorless, Elf Bard, 2/2. Pay 4 colorless and 1 island. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Hundreds of torches and many fires must have been lit suddenly and by magic. And hark to the singing and the harp. Yeah. And then we got Forest. Alright, where's my... There we go. Sigh no more, pine, till the wind of the morn. Fall, moon, dark be the land. Hush, hush, oak, ash, and thorn. Hushed by all water, till dawn is at hand. Dawn is at hand. Till down. Yeah, till down is at hand. And then we got the Goblin Army again. Boo to your Goblin Army! Alright, that was blue. We do the Elf King next. Elf, my lord. Pick number 3, my lord. I was like, I saw this golden... Sorry, I got it shifted my seat here. It looked like a golden Schmog card. I wonder if it was serialized. I don't know, it looked pretty sick. Anyway. Velvet Wing Butterflies. 1 plains, 2 colorless, creature insect, 2/2. A butterfly is a fucking 2/2. I would think it was like a 0/1. Guardian of the Halls. Ragged Short Spear. We already seen all these. Front Porch Sentries. Jesus Christ, this fucking... The butterfly is flying. The butterfly is flying. Alright. Front Porch Sentries. 1 swamp, 1 colorless, creature, goblin, soldier. It's 2/2. When this creature dies, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Why am I reading the fucking commons? God damn it. Enchanted River's Grasp. 1 island, 2 colorless, enchantment aura. Bjorn, Reluctant Host. 1 forest, 4 colorless. Legendary creature. Human Bear Shapeshifter. 5/5. Old Thrush. 2 colorless. Creature bird. 1/2. First uncommon is Bilbo Luckwearer. We already seen this one. Oh, next is Gandalf Sparkstarter. Seen this one as well. Ah, we have not seen this one. Dreaded Bat Cloud is 1 swamp, 4 colorless. Creature bat with 4/2. This spell costs 3 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Flying and Death Touch is also their abilities. Beneath the thunder, another blackness whirled forward, so dense that no light could be seen between their wings. Then how do you know they were wings? Iron Hills Blacksmith. 1 plain, 1 colorless. Hair on my arm, so I got a scratch, sorry. Creature Dwarf Artificer. 1/1. You got butterflies that are 2/1 or 1/2. And this fucking dwarf is a fucking 1/1. He's as tough as a goblin. He's no better than a fucking goblin. See, I got problems with this. Got problems with this. Double Strike. When this creature enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Axe. With equipped creature gets +1/+0 and equip 2. Dane heard Thorn's urgent plea and ordered his smiths to fetch their strongest axes and mattocks. Alright. Here we go. Cha! Last Light of Durin's Day. 1 mountain, 1 colorless. Enchantment. Ooh. Holy crap. Whenever a mountain you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. If it has 6 or more quest counters on it, sacrifice it. If you do, search your hand and/or library for a dragon card and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Mountain cycling. 2 colorless. Discard this card. Search your library for a mountain card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Why would you do that? Then you would lose the ability to do this. That's weird. Especially if you discard it. I didn't like that. Alright, and our foil is the Ragged Short Spear. We already know this one. So we can skip the semantics to our land. It's Mirkwood. Huh. This land enters tapped. You can add a swamp or a forest. Or you can pay 2 colorless, 1 swamp, 1 forest, and tap this. Sacrifice this land. Put 2 +1/+1/+1 counters on target bear, spider, or wolf you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Stick to the forest track. Keep your spirits up and hope for the best. Gandhi. Love, Gandalf. No, I'm just kidding. That's really weird. Mirkwood, huh? Murky. It's kind of murky in here, guys. That was Elf King. Back to Baloo. It's the bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Alright. We got Iron Hills Stalwart. It's 1 mountain, 4 colorless, creature dwarf warrior with a 4/5. See, that's how a dwarf is. You got a Wargling. 1 forest, 1 colorless. Creature wolf, 2/2. Crude Bent Blade. 1 swamp, 2 colorless. Artifact equipment. Ooh, it's poisonous. Long Lake Nuisance. It's a loon. 1 island, 3 colorless. Creature bird, 3/1. Esgaroth Garrison. 1 plains, 4 colorless. Creature human soldier, star 5. Esgaroth Garrison's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Oh, shit. Okay. Stir up trouble. We know this one. Patient Instructor is either 1 plain, 1 island, and 2 colorless. Human Citizen, 2/2. And no, not the thing ballerinas wear. First uncommon is Biffer. Melodic Rider. He is either 2 mountains, 2 plains, or a variation of either, plus 4 colorless. Legendary creature, dwarf bard with 4/5. Storied. If you control 3 or more artifacts, legendaries, and/or sagas, you have an enduring story for the rest of the game. Whenever Biffer enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. As long as you have an enduring story, if an ability of a dwarf you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Damn, and that's just an uncommon card. That is sick. Bjorn's Hospitality. 1 forest, 1 colorless, enchantment. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. You can spend 5 colorless and 2 forests. This enchantment becomes a bear creature in addition to its other types and gains. This creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. This effect doesn't end. Thranduil's Decree. 2 islands, 4 colorless, and it's an instant. Counter target spell. If a permanent spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into your owner's graveyard. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled. I have a right to know what brings you here, and if you will not tell me now, I will keep you all in prison until you have learned sense and manners. What a dick. Oh, first rare. And it's a creature. Let's see who it is. Oh. We got some funky border. Belladonna Took. Okay. Legendary creature, Halfling Citizen. 2/2. Whenever a token you control enters, you gain 1 life if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, draw a card. If it's the third time, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Huh. Once in a while, members of the Took clan would go and have adventures. 2/2. Oh, we got a foil. We got a foil rare. We got a foil rare. We got a foil rare. Who is it? Who is it? Glamdring Foehammer. Oh no, we got 2 rares. Legendary artifact equipment. I thought it was the foil. Alright, so we got Glamdring Foehammer. Legendary artifact equipment. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is equipped creature's power. Equip 2. Suddenly a sword flashed in its own light. Gleam of Death. 1 island, 3 colorless. Sorcery. Mill 6 cards, then put all instant and sorcery cards from among them into your hand. Ooh. Easy, Tiger. Now we got the foil. Hobbit's Hole. Alright. Foil Hobbit's Hole. Land. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Halfling Cycling. 4. Discard this card. Search your library for a halfling card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. And then the land and the token. Oh, look at that enduring story. Isn't that special? Isn't that endearing? Alright, that was a Baloo pack. Next comes the Elf King. Baloo. Baloo, pelu, pelu. Baloo. Baloo, pelu, pelu. Alright. We got Dwarven Provisioner. 1 plain, 1 colorless, Dwarf Citizen. 2/2. Wargling. Pinecone Strike is 1 mountain, 1 colorless. Instant. Reverent Howl. 1 swamp, 2 colorless. Another instant. Confusticate and Be Bother. 1 island, 2 colorless. Is an instant. Old Thrush. Seen that one. Mirkwood Nurturer. 1 forest, 1 island, 2 colorless. Creature Elf Ranger. 3/2. Gundabad Opportunist. 1 mountain, 3 colorless. Goblin Rogue. 4/2. I think I've seen that one before. First uncommon is Bard the Bowman. How funny would that be if he was Bard the Bard? One island, one plains, one colorless. Legendary creature, human archer. 1/3. With reach. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains lifelink until end of turn. No one had dared to face the dragon for many an age, nor would they have dared now, if it hadn't been for the grim-voiced bard urging them on. Nasty little rabbitses. 1 forest. Creature rabbit. 1/2. Really, a rabbit has 2 toughness? Come on, you can kick a rabbit and kill it. Not saying I would, I'm just saying you can. Ferocious. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Bjorn's fences kept out goblins and unwanted intruders, not hungry rabbits. Goddamn rabbitses. Dwarven Mauler. 1 forest. Dwarven Warrior. 2/1. Equip abilities you activate that target this creature cost 2 less to activate. There rose from across the valley a deep-throated roar. With cries of Moria and Dane Dane, the dwarves of the Iron Hills plunged in. Dummies. Oh, got 2 rares. First rare, the Queen of Dale. Oh, it's a mystic. This was one of the ones. Oh, it's too bad it's not a foil, though. That would have been sick. The Queen of Dale is 1 plain, 1 colorless legendary creature, human noble. 2/1. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, you recruit, which is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Dale may grow to reclaim its former glory and splendor, as in the days before the dragon came. Alright, that's a mythic, too. How about that? Alright, next rare. Oh, it's a foil. Dane Ironfoot. Dane Ironfoot. 1 mountain, 2 colorless, legendary creature, dwarf warrior with 1/4. When Dane enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Axe with equipped creature gets +1/+0. And equip 2. When you do, attach it to target creature you control. Whenever Dane attacks, each equipped attacking creature gains double strike until end of turn. Ah. Well. Isn't that special? Oh. Goblin Town. Might have to start putting land on its own little stand, man. Alright, so we got mythic. We got rare. We got foil rare. We got this motherfucker. We got the foils, and then we got, we'll just say lands for now. Like, you know, the unusual lands, uncommon lands, like this one. Goblin Town. This land enters tapped. Tap it, add 1 swamp or mountain. Or you can spend 2 colorless, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, tap it, sacrifice this land. But 2, what's the point of tapping it if you're going to sacrifice it? Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target goblin or orc you control. Activate only as a sorcery. The passages were crossed and tangled in all directions, and it was most horribly stuffy. And then you got your treasure token. Elf King, which means we're on to Baloo. So we got plenty of packs to go. We're not in the scare mode yet. We can still hit some bangers. Still get some dragon scales. Still get some book covers. Alright? Still plenty of chances. I'm banking on that fucking Gandalf stack over there to have some schmackety schmacks. Alright, here we go. Crude Bent Blade. We've seen this one. Mirkwood Meditator. We've seen this one as well. Dwarven Provisioner. Seen this one as well. Wargling. Seen that one as well. Iron Hill Stalwart. Seen that as well. Dory, Bearer of Friends. 1 mountain, 2 colorless. Legendary creature, dwarf warrior. Trample. Alright, it has 3/2. Duskwatch Hunter. It's either a swamp or a forest and 2 colorless. Creature wolf, 3/1. Oh, Gandalf the Wandering Wizard. 1 island, 4 colorless, legendary creature, avatar wizard, 4/5. Ward 3. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 3. You can also pay 6 colorless. Gandalf's owner shuffles him into their library and draws 3 cards. May the wind under your wings bear you where the sun sails and the moon walks. And I read that because Gandalf is my favorite character. Bomber Gentle Dreamer is our first uncommon. 1 mountain, 2 colorless, legendary creature, dwarf bard. Storied. Bomber doesn't untap during your untap step unless you have an enduring story. Bomber was always trying to recapture the beautiful dreams he had in the forest. 5/3 creature. Thank you, Bomber. We got Wilderland Scrounger. 1 forest, 4 colorless. He is a wolf. 3/6. Ferocious. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Wargs had little trouble devouring and digesting the most putrid of carcasses. Should be our last uncommon. The Black Arrow. 3 colorless. Legendary artifact equipment. Flash. When the Black Arrow enters, it deals 1 damage to any target. If a dragon is dealt damage this way, destroy it. Oh, shit. It'll take out a dragon in 1 hit? Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has reach. Ooh. That's a 7/7 creature right there. Let's see who we got, shall we? Stone Giant of High Pass. Who's high? Not yet. I do need a new soda. It is 2 mountains, 5 colorless, creature, giant, 7/7. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, create a 3/1 colorless wall artifact creature token with defender named Stone Builder. Pay 2 colorless and 1 mountain, sacrifice an artifact. This creature deals 4 damage to any target. The stone giants were out and were hurling rocks at one another for game. For game? It's just dumb. Let's see, this one's going to go right here. And for our foil, Stone by Sunlight. 1 plain, 1 colorless. Instant. It is an uncommon. Right? Yeah. Choose 1. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Or, until end of turn, target creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types and gets indestructible. Dawn take you all and be stoned you. And Island. The streams shall run in gladness, the lakes shall shine and burn, and sorrow fail in sadness at the mountain king's return. And the token. That was Baloo. And we're going to put Baloo over here. Oh no, I lost it. That's not cool. That's not cool. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh well. Alright. Elf King. Come on. Show me the goods. Give me the beat, boy, to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. I want you to take me away. Ori, Keeper of Songs. One plains, I almost said force. One plains, two colorless. Legendary creature, Dwarf Bard, 3/3. He's a story lad. Quarrel. Oh, Smaug the Great Calamity. I think we've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen this one. Ravening Ward. We've seen this one. Mirkwood Meditator. Seen that one. Magnificent End. One plain, four colorless, and this is an instant. Y'all see that? This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Magnificent End deals 5 damage to target creature. Okay. Desk Watch Hunter. Seen that one? All right, what is this? This is a full art? Oh, Thorin's Last Stand. Full art. Okay. 2 plains. 2 colorless. Is that a common still? It is a common still. That's pretty cool. Full art. Thorin's Last Stand. Okay. Oh! It's the scale. It's the showcase. That's the showcase. See? That's the dragon scale. Showcase border. Thranduil Sindarin Liege is either 2 forests, 2 islands, or the combination of, and 2 colorless. Legendary creature Elf Noble. 2/3. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green elf creature token. Or you've got Sylvan Rally, which is 2 forest, 2 swamp, or any combination of, +1 colorless. And you get mill 4 cards, then put up to 2 land cards from among them into your hand. That's pretty sick. Dude, I finally hit a dragon scale. Yeah. Sick. And a full art. Master's Counselors. Island and 1 colorless. Human Advisor. 1/3. Vigilance. This creature gets +2/+0 for each graveyard with 7 or more cards in it. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target player mills 3 cards. Yeah, I know what mill means. Alright, here we go. No. Oh, I guess that was our first uncommon. Oh, because Thorns was an uncommon full art. Okay. Okay. Hey, another dragon scale! Yeah! 2 dragon scales in the same pack. Glowing the Mighty. 1 mountain, 3 colorless. Legendary creature, dwarf, warrior, 4/3. At the beginning of your first main phase, add 2 mountains. Or easy pickings, 1 mountain, 2 colorless, sorcery. Each easy pickings deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Yeah, we got another dragon scale. Here's our rare. Here's our rare. Thranduil's Company. So this is going to go with our scale, dragon scale border. It is trying to make this as straight as possible. It is 1 island, 1 forest, 2 colorless, creature, elf, soldier. 3/4. As long as you control another elf, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until end of turn. They escaped at times to ride or run over open lands by moonlight or starlight. It's a 3/4. Nice. Nice. We got foil rare. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on and dance. Come on. Along the crooked way. Oops, did I put that on? Oh yeah, that's a mythic. That's my mythic stack. There we go. Along the crooked way, 1 swamp, 2 colorless, enchantment. When this enchantment enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature card leaves your graveyard, amass goblins 1. Spend 1 colorless and 1 swamp. Goblins and orcs you control gain menace until end of turn. I think that means they can't be blocked by 1 or more creatures. I think. Oh. Elven King's Halls. Interesting. This land enters tapped. Add 1 forest, 1 island. Or pay 2 colorless, 1 forest, 1 island. Tap it. Sacrifice this land. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target elf you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Elf guards sang as they marched along the twisting, crossing, and echoing paths. And then the token. Endearing story. That was a good pack. That was a good run break. Still got the box toppy. But we ain't done yet. We got some dragon scale borders finally. That was pretty cool. We liked it a lot. Let's do it again. Not seeing anything right off the bat, but I had to take a peek. Oh, look at that. There's a new one. Great Fierce Bee. And it's a swamp? What? 1 swamp, 2 colorless, creature insect, 2/2 flying. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, scry 1. If 1 were to sting me, I should swell up as big again as I am. Whatever the fuck that means. Lakeshore Apothecary, seen that one. Ori, Keeper of Songs, seen that one. Warg Tactics. 1 forest, 1 colorless, instant. Oh, Schmog the Great Calamity. Well-worn Spatula. Patient Instructor. Oh, Little Bear. 1 forest, 2 colorless, creature bear. 3/2. with Flash. Hey, we got another full art. How about that? Troop of Ponies. Uncommon, too. Alright, first uncommon. Oh, we got something. Is that a token? I don't know. Here. Is, 2 colorless. God damn it, what the... Creature Horse. 2/1. You can spend 2 colorless and tap this, sacrifice this creature, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards revealed, then put 1 onto the battlefield, tap and the other into your hand, then shuffle. That's a good one. Ooh. Great ugly looking goblin. Goddamn itching arm. 1 swamp, 5 colorless, goblin soldier, 4/4. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has menace. Yeah. Can't be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Or you have Clap Snap, which is 1 swamp, 1 colorless, sorcery. Amass goblins too. Another Dragon Scale Border! Bofer Reliable Guardian. I think we've seen this one before. Maybe not. Lifelink. Dwarf Scout. 1/1. Concerted Care is 1 plain, 1 colorless. Instant. Target artifact or creature you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Oh, a Bowflare is also 1 plain. That's a pretty cheap card. Alright, here's our rare. Supper for Spiders. Earl would hate this card. It is 1 swamp, 1 colorless, and it's an instant. Put onto the battlefield under your control all creature cards in your opponent's graveyards that were put there from the battlefield this turn. They are food artifacts with 2 colorless and spend 2 colors to tap. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Damn. The spiders laughed. You were quite right, they said. The meat's alive and kicking. Gross. What the hell's the matter with you? Our foil is Iron Hill Stalwart. And the land... It's a foil Iron Hills, alright. Activate only as a sorcery. Cool. And another enduring story. Baloo. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff. You always take a peek. Come on. Act like you don't. Lake Town Lookout. 1 plain, Human Scout, 1/1. I think I've seen an Ordinary Bear. 1 forest, 3 colorless. Creature Bear for 5. That's it. Goblin Town Flunkies. Seen this one. Great Fierce Bee. Lakeshore Apothecary. Little Bear. Giant's Boulder. 1 colorless artifact. When this artifact enters Scry 2, pay 1 colorless and tap and 1 mana of any color. Pay 7 colorless, tap, sacrifice this artifact, destroy target permanent. Wow. As if you got 7 colorless. Goblin Plate Mail. It's either a swamp or a mountain +1 colorless artifact equipment. Interesting. Hey, our first uncommon, the Mountain King's Return. 1 plain, 2 colorless. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. So your first lore counter, you get Recruit. Draw a card, discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Your second lore is return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Your third lore counter before you sacrifice this card is put a +1/+1 counter on top of 1 target creature. Ravenhill Flock. That card was made for me. 1 island, 3 colorless, bird, 1/2 with flying. Whenever you draw a card, play +1/+1 creature on this Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Creature on this counter. Very nice. They live many a year, and their memories are long, and they hand on their wisdom to their children. I knew many among the ravens of the rocks when I was a dwarf lad. Balin. Not only is that true, but they also develop relationships with wolves in correlation to living their lifestyle and hunting and eating and stuff like that. It was a really cool study they did. Next, uncommon is Galleon Elven King's Butler. 2 forest, 2 colorless. Legendary creature Elf Advisor. I don't know why I keep reading that part. Elf Advisor. 4/4. Okay. Whenever Galleon attacks, choose up to one other target creature you control. Its base power and toughness become equal to Galleon's power and toughness until end of turn. Here's the old villain with his head on a jug. He's been having a little feast all to himself. Oh, there's a rare. And it's Great Gilded Boat. 1 island, 2 colorless. Artifact vehicle. 4/4. Whenever you attack, recruit. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end turn. Sick. What the hell? Oh! Thor's Last Stand. But this one's the foil. This one's the foil variant. Nice. And then Elven's King's Halls again. And the token. That was Elf King, so back to Balu. I'm really hoping we hit that King of the Mountain book cover. That thing looks sick. But I know. Not gonna happen. Alright, Warg Tactics. Pinecone Strike. Ooh, Reverend Howl. 1 swamp, 2 colorless. Instant. Confusicate and Bebother. Velvet Winged Butterflies. Yeah. I've got my issues with that butterfly. Giant's Boulder. Hey, Nori, Teller of Tales is either 1 mountain, 1 plains, 1 colorless. Dwarf Art, 2/2. Whenever Nori attacks, target attacking creature gains first strike until end. It's a common. What am I fucking doing? There's our uncommon. Thranduil, Ascendarn Liege. Where does that sound familiar? 2 forests, 2 islands, 2 colorless. Elf Noble, 2/3. Other elves you control gain +1/+1. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green elf creature token. Or, you got Sylvan Rally. 1 forest, 1 island, 1 colorless. Sorcery. Mill 4 cards, then put up to 2 land cards from among them into your hand. Did I mention she's a 2/3? Oh, what do we got here? Dragon's Kill! Yes! Showcase Border. Iron Hills Blacksmith. 1 plain. 1 colorless. Dwarf Artificer. 1/1. So everybody knows it. Just Dual Strike. When this creature enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Axe with equipped creature gets +1/+0 and equip 2. Dreaded Bat Cloud. We know that one. First rare. Billy the Pathfinder. What's up, Billy? Billy Mouse. Another movie reference. You know. Animated movie. Plains. 3 colorless. Dwarf Scout. 2/2. Storied. As long as you have an enduring story, creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever Philly or another non-token dwarf you control enters, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. Okay, I will. We got another rarey. Bolg's Company. 1 mountain, 1 swamp. Goblin Soldier. 2/2. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. Tap it. Sacrifice another goblin. Add a swamp and a mountain. Tidings they had gathered in secret ways. In all the mountains there was a forging and an arming. Smog's Fury. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, unless you're smog. One mountain, one colorless, instant. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains reach and first strike until end of turn. Damn. The dwarf had barely time to fly back to the tunnel when Smog came hurtling from the north, licking the mountain sides with flame, beating his great wings with a noise like a roaring wind. A roaring wind. And for the land is an island. And the token is a token. As tokens will be tokens. That's the blue pack. Back to the Elven King. Elven King swing. Edgaroth Garrison. I don't know if I did that one yet. God damn it. One plain, 4 colorless, human soldier. Oh, yeah. Yep, we did. That star just reminded me. This one we have not. Bowside Wanderers. 2 forests, 4 colorless. Elf Scout, 4/4. Hobbit Hole. Oh, here we go. Land. Seen the foil version. Owen the Brave. Legendary creature, dwarf warrior. 1/3. Oh, yep, saw that one too. Ravening Lord. Plunder the Troll Shaws. 1 island, 1 colorless. Instant. Draw a card if the spell was cast from a graveyard. Draw 2 cards instead. Flashback. Elven King's Harper. I remember that one. Rage into the Valley. 1 swamp, 2 colorless. Sorcery. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Hey, an uncommon saga. Burn, Tree and Fern. 1 mountain, 3 colorless. First lore token. The saga deals 6 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Second lore token. Destroy target artifact and opponent controls. Third and fourth lore tokens. Add a mountain mana. Next is Celebrate the Mountain King. 1 plain, 3 colorless. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, for each opponent, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. When this enchantment enters, recruit. Key to the Side Door. 1 colorless. Artifact. 2 colorless and a tap. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. 1 colorless and a tap. Discard a legendary card with the same name as a legendary permanent you control. Draw 2 cards. I forgot to mention that with the map went to key. A small and curious key. Our first rare. Dane Ironfoot. Yeah, we already got this one. Damn it, Dane. Woodland Weave Master is our foil. Uncommon. Forest. 1 colorless. Vigilance. Whenever another elf you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 to end of turn. It is a 1/2. Tap it, add X mana of any one color, where X is this creature's power. Spend this mana only to cast elf spells and activate abilities of elf sources. Okay. Elven King Halls. Elven King Halls. Elven King Halls. And on an adventure. After an adventure resolves, you can place the exile card here. You may cast the permanent spell from exile. Huh. Very interesting. Hobbitses. Oh, nope, blue. That was Elf King. Now we go to blue. Telling you, all the banging hits are going to be in the Gandalf packs. They have to be. They're certainly not in this pack yet. Oh shit, look at that. Anyway. Bilbo's Deadly Slice. 2 swamps, 1 colorless. Destroy target creature. Long Lake Nuisance. Esgaroth Garrison. Addercop. Pinecone Strike. Gandalf Wandering Wizard. Long-Bodied Grey Dog. 3 colorless. Dog. 2/2. Flash. Reach. When this creature enters, create a tapped treasure token. Bjorn's dogs took bowls and platters and knives and wooden spoons and quickly laid them on the chess tables. Yeah, he's a 2/2. Did I say he's a 2/2? I don't know if I said he's a 2/2 or not. Dane, Lord of the Iron Hills. One plain, one colorless. Legendary Dwarf Noble, 2/2. Vigilance, storied. As long as you have an enduring story, creatures can attack you unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Bolg of the North. One mountain, one swamp, 3 colorless. Goblin Soldier, 5/5. When Bolg enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Bolg deals damage equal to that creature's power to another target creature. If excess damage was dealt this way, amass Goblin's X, where X is that excess damage. Put X +1/+1 counters on an army you control. It's also a goblin. If you don't control an army, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what amass means. The Black Arrow. We know this one already. Alright, here's our rare. Damn it. Damn it, Philly. What the hell? I've already seen this guy. Oh. Oh. Less Light of Durin's Day. Do we not see this one as well? One mountain, one colorless enchantment. Whenever a mountain you control enters, put a quest counter on it. Yep, we did this one. Damn it. Foil. Duskwatcher Hunter. Land. Hey, swamp. Oh, yep. Read this one already. And Bird Soldier. Alright, come on. We need another slappy slap. We need a big bangarang. Elf King. Looks like it's gonna be you, Gandalf. What we got? 3 on this side. 3 on that side. Come on, Gandy. Bow to Erebor. Quarrel. Schmack's Fury. Crude Bent Blade. Long Lake Nuisance. Giant's Motherfucking Boulder. Nori, Teller of Tales. Gandalf the Wandering Wizard. Stone by Sunlight. One plain, one colorless. Instinct. Choose one. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Until end of turn, target creatures become an artifact in addition to its other types and gain indestructible. I think I've seen this already. Don't take you all and be stoned to you. Hey, Fearsome Goblin Bear is either a swamp or a mountain plus 2 colorless. Goblin Soldier, 1/1. When this creature dies, amass goblins 4. Out jump the goblins. Big goblins, small goblins, great ugly looking goblins, lots of goblins. 1/1. It says pair, but it's a 1/1. Never understand. Saga! Oh, burn, trees and ferns. Saw this one. Oh, we got a creature rare. Creature rare. Might be forest. And it is. Cantankerous Keepers. God damn it. Seen this one. Uh-oh. Yep. In the foil version. Okay. Well, this one is Iron Hills Blacksmith. And land is Iron Hills. And the token is treasure. You're not gonna let us down, are you, Gandy? Elf King. Balu. Easy. Starting off with Gallop. Uneasy Partings. 1 island, 3 colorless, instant. The all cost 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking non-token creature. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice to the top or bottom of their library. It's a good card. Magnificent End. Bowside Wanderers. Smog's Fury. Dwarven Short Sword. 1 plain, 3 colorless. Equipment. When this equipment enters, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token, then attach this equipment to it. Equip creature gets +1/+2. Elf King Sharp. Sure, trouble. Come with me, or there will be trouble. Oh, Cheap Warg. 1 forest, 1 swamp, 2 colorless. Full 3/3. Menace. Ferocious. Whenever you attack while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you draw a card and lose a life. Even magic rings were not much use against wolves, especially against the evil packs that lived near goblin-infested mountains. I did mention he's a 3/3, right? Just checking. Dwarf-matic. 2 colorless. Equipped. When this equipment enters, attach it to target dwarf you control. The equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has ward 1. Because the target of spell ability and opponent controls, counter it unless the player pays 1. Equip 3. Last uncommon. Oh, Golem the Abandoned. 1 swamp, 1 colorless. Halfling Horror. 2/2. Golem can't block. When Golem enters, exile up to 1 target card from an opponent's graveyard. Each opponent loses 2 life. Pay 2 colorless. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Where is it? Lost it is, my precious. Oh, here's our rarity. First rarity. The Master of Lake Town. 2 swamp, 1 colorless. Human Advisor. 3/2 with Death Touch. Whenever a player loses life, that player mills that many cards. When the Master of Lake Town dies, draw a card for each graveyard with 7 or more cards in it. He's a 3/2. He's a 3/2 thug. Foil. Eagle's Rescue. I don't think we've seen that one yet. Fire plains or an island, and 2 colorless. Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. Spend 2 colorless, 2 swamp, or 2 island, or anything in that order. Return the card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Attach to target creature you control power 1 or less. Activate only as a sorcery. Don't pitch. You need not be frightened like a rabbit. What's finer than flying? In the land, iron. Damn, a lot of iron hills. A whole lot of iron hills. Elf King. Elf King. We come to find you, Elf King. Alright. Outside Wanderers. Smog's Fury. Golem Silent Slinker. Oh yeah, your mill. Okay, that reminded me. Under the Trollshaws. Value Erebor. Addercop. Well-worn Spatula. Thorn Glass Sand. Gathering of Darkness. 1 swamp, 3 colorless sorcery. Return to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Mass goblins. Alas, Bolg of the North is coming. Gandalf. And how about that? Bolg of the North. He's coming. Eagle's Rescue. First rare. Along the Crooked Way. Saw this one. Sylvan Rattler. Saw this one too. Mirkwood. And Did Fisher. Whoops. Oh, getting down to the nitty-gritty. What number? Tidings of War. 1 mountain. Sorcery. Mass Goblins. 1. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, a Mass Goblins 3 instead. Flashback. Front Porch Sentries. Enchanted River's Grasp. Oh, Moment of Glory. 1 plain sorcery. +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If this spell is cast from a graveyard, also put +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Flashback. I am Bard, Slayer of the Dragons. Wood Elves. 1 forest, 2 colorless. Scout 1. When this creature enters, search your library for a forest card. Put that card on the battlefield and shuffle. Oh, long body dog, gray dog. Better not be in. God damn it. They fucking love this full card. I swear to God they do. Master Counselor. Glowing the Mighty. Thorin Oaken Shield. There he is. 1 plains, 1 mountain. Dwarf Noble, 3/2 with Trample. Storied. As long as you have an enduring story, artifacts and creatures you control have Ward 1. Oh, what do we got? Hey, there he is. Smog Wicked Worm. 1 mountain, 1 swamp. Dragon, 5/5 flying. When Smog enters, create X tapped treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control. Whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Dude. Yep, that's one over here. I don't care. Add a cup. And mountain. Have I read this one yet? Far over the misty mountains cold, 2 dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day to seek the pale enchanted gold. And the token. Enduring story. Isn't a very enduring story. Not much like I care to hear about it anymore. So we already told me talking about it in some version or another. I'm tired of hearing it, quite frankly. Alright, here we go. On to the next pack, eh? Oh, moment of glory. She be the first card, huh? Will's be the next card, eh? Followed by tidings of war. And then you got the Stony Voice Goblins. Swamp. 1 colorless. Goblin Bard. 1/1. When this creature enters each opponent's discard a card. Bilbo Baggins. Burglar. Goblin Plate Mill. The Horrible Short Sword, eh? Night Howl Pursuer. 1 swamp wolf, 1/1. Menace. Ferocious. Whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. What shall we do? Cried Bilbo. Escaping goblins to be caught by wolves? Dane, Lord of the Iron Hills. Lake Town Mariners. 2 island, 4 colorless, human citizens, 6/5. Oh man. Vigilance, Ward 2. Or Gone Fishing, 1 island, 3 colorless. Instant. Exile 2 target creatures and or lands you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. First rare. Wizard Staff. 1 island, 1 colorless. Equipment. Equipped creature has prowess. Whenever its controller casts a non-creature spell, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If an ability of equipped creature triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Equip Wizard 1 or Equip 3. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what did we just get? What did we just get? Chief Works Company. And it is a full art. 1 forest, 1 swamp, 1 colorless. Wolf, 5/3. Trample. This creature can't attack unless you control 2 or more other wolves. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2/2 green wolf creature token. Oh, that's awesome. And our foil, Velvet Wing Butterflies. And our land, Plains. Roads go ever, ever on, under cloud and under star. Yet feet that wandering are gone, turn at last to home afar. Begin adventure. Alright, Blue. Last Blue. Last Elven King. Then we're on to the Gandy packs. And then the box topper. Wish us the luck of the elves. Because they just leprechauns only taller. Reverend Howl. Confusicate and bother. Lake Town, look out. Well, Wood Elves. Goblin Town flunkies. Stirring up trouble. But we got a patient instructor. Who's wishing for an eagle's rescue? From the gathering darkness of the woodland weedmaster. I'm just clicking them. Forest. 1 colorless. Elf druid. 1/2. Vigilance. Whenever another elf you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tap it. Add X mana of any color, where X is this creature power. Spend this mana only to cast elf spells and activate abilities of elf sources. I think I may have already seen this one already. He is a 1/2. This should be our rare. And it is. How you like now? Here we go. Saga? No. We got the Arkenstone. Holy shit. Even this is worth like $3. Arkenstone. 5 colorless. Legendary artifact. Creatures you control get +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card. Or Seek the Heart. 1 plain, 2 colorless. Sorcery. Search your library for a legendary creature card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Oh, we got the Arkenstone. We got the Arkenstone. Oh. We got another rare. What's gonna be? Boom! Uncover the moon letters. Oh, we got an Arkenstone. Yes! 1 island, 3 colorless, enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw X cards, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If you do, discard 2 cards. Elrond took the map and gazed long at it, and he shook his head until he saw what the moon revealed. Our foil, Mirkwood Meditator. Oh, we got an Arkenstone. We got an Arkenstone. Oh, foil land. Oh, swamp. And token. Trevor. Alright, that was our last Baloo. Last Elf King pack. Even though I know he's not the Elf King. He becomes the Elf King. So get off me. Magnificent End. Oh, blurry. Magnificent End. War Tactics. Oh, I think that was the other book cover was the Arkenstone. Or maybe it was the Dragon's Tail was an Arkenstone. I don't know. There was some other variants of the Arkenstone. Iron Hill Stalwart. Double Deadly Slice. Uneasy Partings. Dory Bearer Friends. Old Thrush. New Thrush. No, Mirkwood Nurture. No, I've seen that one. Mirkwood Pathmaker. Okay, there's no one. 1 forest, 2 colorless, Elf Ranger, 2 stars. Mirkwood Pathmaker's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. In the wide world, the wood elves lingered in the twilight of the sun and moon, but loved best the stars. They wandered in the great forest that grew tall in lands that were now lost. That was our first uncommon. Gnashing of Teeth, 2 swamp, 1 colorless, sorcery. Choose 1. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Creatures target player controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. The rage of the wolves was terrible to see, and the commotion they made filled all the forest. Ooh. That does not pretend goodness. Last uncommon. Sound the trumpets! 2 island, 1 colorless. Instant. Counter target spell. If that spell's mana value 2 or less, recruit. The warning trumpets were suddenly sounded and echoed along the rocky shores. So it was that the dragon did not find them quite unprepared. We got us a rare creature. Here we go. Bard's Company. 1 island, 1 plain, 2 colorless. Human Citizen. 2/3. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a human. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, recruit. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Bard's Company. Oh, okay. Full art, even. Can I have another rare? Was it full art? I should not have put him over here. No. Okay, cool. I did not. Still haven't got a foiled dragon skin. Anyway. This was 1 mountain, 1 swamp, goblin soldier, 2/2. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. Tap it, sacrifice another goblin, add swamp and mountain. I think I've seen this one. Just in the normal version. Hey, we got plains. And on adventure. Alright, I'm going to take a quick little break. I have to pee, so give me a quick midget. And then we'll get in these Gandalf packs and a box topper. Okay, we're doing two. Whoops. Meh. Still hoping for that book cover. Ain't giving up. Ain't giving up. Up with hope, but don't be show. Don't listen to me, kids.